Namaste. Today's pose is bridge pose. One of my favorite, one of the best poses for the glutes, for the lower back. Opens the whole front body, strengthens the whole back body. So let's get started. Come onto your bum. Grab a block if you have it. We can practice with a block. So grab a block if you have it. Take your feet hip distance apart, toes facing directly away from you. Bring your heels, or your hips rather, closer to your heels. Take that block, place it in between your thighs so that your legs are still hip distance apart, and roll down onto your back. Shimmy your shoulders up underneath your heart space to create more space in the chest. Press your elbows into the mat, palms of the hands facing each other. And you'll notice right now I have a curve in my lower back. So we want to get rid of that here in this particular pose. So lengthen the tailbone towards the heels, press the lower back into the mat, squeeze the block if you have a block. If you don't have a block, imagine that you're squeezing, so your inner thighs are working. Press through all four corners of the feet. Lift the toes to make sure that you're pressing all four corners down solidly into the ground. Press into the elbows, and then slowly, with keeping the length in the tailbone, lift the hips up into bridge. So keep squeezing that block together. If you need to, you can shimmy your shoulders up more. Press the elbows into the mat, chin to the chest. Look up to the ceiling. The block helps keep your legs from disengaging. Oftentimes, maybe the knees will move away from each other left to right. And release the hips back to the ground. If you'd like to try it without a block, you can go ahead and do that too. So bring the heels close to the body, press the elbows into the mat, press through the feet, and lengthen the tailbone towards the knees, lift the hips high, press into all four corners of the feet, so make sure that the knees don't splay out left to right. Back of the neck into the mat. Lift, rather than bringing your chin to your chest, see if you can bring your chest to your chin. And if you are more advanced, you can take your hands underneath your body, clasp, and create more space along the collarbones and the shoulder blades. So lift the hips as high as you can. And again, a mirror or somebody taking pictures or someone around you is useful so you can see if your knees are directly above your ankles, or maybe your legs are farther away, you want to walk them closer, maybe they're too close. This is always a nice time to have somebody around to help give you alignment cues if you can't see for yourself. So then come up onto your tippy toes, release the clasp if you have it, and slowly roll all the way back down, one vertebra at a time, until you're back on your back. And if you'd like here, just before we say goodbye for today, you can bring your knees into your chest to release the lower back. And then whenever you're coming out of a supine position, meaning on your back, you can gently roll onto one side and then use one hand to press yourself back up to standing, or seated, back up to a seat. And that way you get up safely without causing yourself any pain. So thank you so much for joining me today, and I'll see you tomorrow for the next class. Namaste.